one day that I had some little injury. It's not little though, but anyway, he has managed, he has overcome the injury, and he has come with the pen. So I am really thankful and grateful on behalf of Sukul Institute. Sir, I send you the salutations and for giving the excellent lecture as you are always. So thank you very much. I now call upon Professor Rizzi, who is in the Department of Phytochemistry, Research Institute of Forests and Rangelands in Iran. Professor Rizzi is a senior most scientist working on phytochemistry, and he will be delivering his excellent speech for the next 30 minutes. Professor Rizzi, please. I request the delegates, the guests who are still outside, please come inside the hall. Professor Rizzi is starting his speech. Meanwhile, I also announce our next speaker, Mr. Joel Abalos from Philippines. So please be ready with the PowerPoint and these things. Our next speaker is Dr. Takshashila. Next to Joel. So, Professor Rizzi.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Good afternoon. No, it's okay. Hello. Okay. Now it's better. If somebody wants to discuss something, please go out of this hall, because I wanted to talk something about your homeopathy and learn little about also the plants. Hello, excuse me. If anybody wants to talk, please out. Yes. Now they are in the end of the conference. They are searching for their certificate or something like this, I think so. So thank you for Dr. Sukul, Institute of Sukul. I am very happy here with all of you. I got a lot of knowledge during these 2 days. And I think so after leaving also this place, it means I will do my cooperation again for the same thing. As you know, in Iran, everyone asking what is the homeopathy in Iran? I said, so. It's very bad for me to say, because as you know, the subject of knowledge, professor, is very, very wide. If you go deeply, I explain little. But before starting my speech, I have to thank again all of you. Be together. I discussed with all of friends out of my country. I'm very happy to got a new friend, and also the thing is this life is very short. They said, all philosophers, they are saying the journey is very short. As I came here, tomorrow I have to take my luggage and somewhere else. But we have to find a way how we can be together for the people of future. Am I right, Doctor? Professor? It's okay. So, starting? My God. Okay, I explain him. It is my presentation is here. You give it a pointer. My God. Everything. What is your? It is magic. It was here. Yes, it is in packet. Okay. So how was the lunch or dish? It was good? Yes, you please say, everyone should say, it's very nice. Yes, so everyone, please attention here. First of all, I want to say, these are all my colleagues. During 35 years, my experience about the medicinal plants, I want to say I don't know anything about the phytochemistry. It means the photosynthesis just sharply giving the wavelength on the plants. After that, Professor, we don't know what will happen. As everyone knows, in beginning of my presentation, father of the Sukul was telling about the professor about the water. I again say about the water. If you use hydrogen, as you know now the world is afraid about the blasting. If you think about the oxygen that is breathing, if it is not no life, if combining that, it will be water. In all the holy book has come, it is the life. Life of not this place. Life of this. So again, I appreciate. I wanted to little explain about my presentation about homeopathy and plants. Homeopathy and phytochemistry. Homeopathy and one component, not more. One component, not more. Please think about that. So before that, I say about the galaxy. Everyone knows what is the galaxy. But I little say about how it's happening in our world. This is an abstract of that. See, in our holy Quran was telling book, within 6 days, not these 6 days you are sleeping and morning wake up, not these 6 days. This whole universe has come. Universe. Okay. Universe, million of like this galaxy. Inside of that, we call, this is our Earth. Anybody? This is Milky Road. This is Milky Road. I want to say that one component. We want to reach to that component. Please take care. This is a Milky Road. We are here. We are here. Million of that. It's here. Million of that sun is there. But we are here only. And one, I am saying, I am only man. Yes. So, God prepared this thing. What? What is this? What is mentioned here? Please, gentlemen, what is mentioned here? It means I explained beginning, Professor, this thing. Beginning of this conference, I told you, this view is a very nicely view. Is it? If it is one color, it is not attraction. It's not having attraction. When it is together, you are looking, it's a very good color. It means if we are all together and be by the word, and it will happen something. I want to say, just I not coming to say, I did this experiment. I got a lot of knowledge through my life, and I want to explain a little about that. Professor, see this much year, this human is living in that earth. Up to now, just we are picking and eating and consuming without paying anything on that. We have to think about the plants only. We are not thinking about the space, not in the earth, not in the sea, just on the ground. One plant and one cell on that. We want to discuss little about that. See, they said it's showing, if anybody wants to say, I am a very intelligent, please tell what is going on here. Anybody can say? There is a pollen. Yes. This is a pollen. But as you know, Professor, all the expert men, they are going to make pollen themselves, but they can't. We learn everything from the nature. No one, no scientist can say, I got myself any expert on this. No one. Only God can say, remember, that is the main and very expert things. And second thing, see this. Do it. If you can do it, do it. What is doing it? See? Nice. Is it? Is it nice? You just make it if you can. They say it is coming if you can make it and construct it one mosquito. It is coming and attacking you very easy. You can't do anything. That is the mechanism of life. So, doctor, I am explaining that cell of the plants, that is this, stem cell. Easily we are going and cutting the plant and throw it, and we want to take one leaf of that. Never think. Is it boring? Is it boring a speech? Are you sure? Okay. Here, don't scratch the plants. It is coming to fight with just like you burning your, cutting your hand. What will happen? All the white global. I don't know very well about the medical. Professor, you please help me. Attacking to that place to make it some cover easily. And the plant, when crashing to extracting the compound, it is attacking, and the people there take earning money on that. Everybody knows about the bees. 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 What is giving the bees? Bees giving the very sweet thing. If in the bags, bees is coming, doctor is going inside, what the people do? They collect that pollen and then center. He's saving the sweet for themselves. He's taking out and take the sweet, giving the sugar. Why? What is going on? What is going on in our life? I asked, request Dr. Sukul, I want to request some of you all. Please stand up. Please, everyone stand up. Please stand up. This is Avicena. Please, one second, stand up, everyone. Please sit down. Thank you. I request this gentleman has given a lot of things in the world. He is an international man. Avicena. It is not belong to Iran. It is not belong to any country. It is belong to the human being. He is having some book that is a Qanun. He has mentioned a lot of treatment out of that. So, and the third one, Doctor, Professor, sir, is this. The nature show us how to treat and how to use the plants. It is not required to doing a lot of researches, extraction, identification, make all the apparatus. But not that damage. But not cutting and throw it because you don't know about the plants. You have to find out what is going on with that. Excuse me, there's somebody who is talking there. Hello. Excuse me, what are you doing? It's very bad. Dr. Sukul, please stand up. Claps for this gentleman. More. No, somebody not collapsing. Collapse. He did a lot of work for you. Thank you. Thank you. I must request all the people to shake hand for you, and you did it. I know it. How you followed each everyone to bring it here. I must appreciate you. So, that all the plants, first of all, air. If it is not there, nothing happens in this earth. Second, water, I explained what was the water. Third one, soil. You know what is going on in the soil? We came out from the soil, we go inside. Whole life. Finish. Do you know what is going on in the soil? One professor, about the specialist from Australia, doctor, they took, sorry I'm asking doctor, they are my professor, they are my boss. They took the 1 ml of the soil, put it in this tube, put it in the loop. They said, she said, after, suppose 5 seconds, I have not seen anything. It was imagine what is happening. After 5 seconds, in the loop, she was not able to see what is going on there. She was jumping here and there. Lot of, whatever you want, virus, bacteria, what do you want? It is inside. This plant is coming like this, but you want to grow in the plants? How? The light, end of that. This sound, if it's not, they said the end of the world where? When? When is the end of the world? Somebody say. This is free therapy. You must not pay anything. If I am asking somebody, you go to doctor and ask, he's saying the visit is very, very tough. We can't go. It is free. Don't pay anything on that. Which one? One you tell. Just somebody laugh. This is free therapy. Laughing. Is it? Sense is coming your body. Happy. Yes? This is a sense. Stress. First. Am I right, Professor? If anybody wants to say, I am taking some tablet or some, I don't know, tonic, I don't like and I don't know about the name of that. I'm saying this is a very good thing. We have to know about that. First of all, if you want to take any medicine, first of all, you throw it out this one. This is homeopathy. Little about that. I'm not interfere, Professor, in homeopathy. Just I want to explain something on that. So, second one, about 2-3 minutes before I told all the people, please stand up. That is exercise. That's all. This professor was just explaining how I should standing as you. Now it's difficult for him, difficult for me for standing. That's exercise. The exercise is free. You went for lunch, taking and coming. This is exercise. You must not going to swim. Swimming for somebody is okay. Am I right? What is mentioned here? Fresh. All of us waiting for preparing the food for a week. Putting and I said, okay. We have one state of Iran. Do you know about the Isfahan? Anybody hearing about the Isfahan? It's a very historical place. We said somebody they are saying they are very conjuice. What is conjuice? Okay? They are very conjuice. I had some presentation last 2 weeks before there. I told them don't take it the old food. They said, no, it's not possible for us. We must eat all. If it is 1 month also remain in a fridge. That is we call the conjuice. Am my pronunciation is okay? Okay. For Indian is okay. So that is also supplement, nutrition. The professor was telling everything should be there. Mindful, meditated. This is about the homeopathy also. And also, I'm very interested to know more. See from here, which plant from this time using up to this time? Anybody can say? We are doing research. You know how many years it is the people has come in the earth? 70 million years ago. Up to that time, up to now, we are doing research on that. Which plant? With we have an institute lot, every country, but we want to develop it, updating, neutralizing one bit. What people they are saying in their life. What is going on? I am going like this. I am a professor of the phytochemistry. No. If all of us sit together, something happens. Otherwise, we have to, yes. In these items, each item make lot of needed lot of scientists, needed lot of work. As I said, since that time they are doing, but they can't get in. I explain one thing about aromatherapy. Is it any specialist here about aromatherapy? What is aromatherapy? First of all, feel, sense nicely from your friend side. One. Second, you are going to nature. The flower is blooming, blooming aroma. Take it. If you are angry, it is some attraction different. Make more angry. It's not a joke. It's exactly my experience. Everyone professor knows about this. If you attack the plant, it will become dry. Somebody take the plants in the home, they are saying, why? That follow is growing nicely. This plant is giving the good sense to the plants. This is homeopathy. This is one part of that. Otherwise, you will be loser. So, don't take like this and spray to market. These are your life and others. So it's okay? It's finished? Finish it or no? Continue, Professor. Little? Okay. First of all, I have to get a permission. Because enough time, I don't want to waste your time. Just we want to discuss little about our life. Just mention it, this is a traditional. I have shown you 70 billion years ago. We are coming. We have to innovating. Please change your mind. Please develop your mind. Please make it cooperation with all. Please discuss and more discuss. It is not losing. You are not losing your life. If discuss. Science will never finish. Science will never finish. Discuss more and more. Just say little about the traditional medicine. I want to say, yes, these are taxes, only the word. But this word is having a lot of meaning. Totally think about that. But we have also in Iran traditional. In some state of Iran, at least in springtime, they are all veg. They take the meat, but during the springtime, they never take, just taking the vegetable. It means they feel very well. Otherwise, they must go and take it. Also, things. This book of the Avesana is giving a lot of expert to anybody. I have given some example of the plants which is important and drag out of that. And why traditional is better than modern. Can say anybody? I challenge Professor this thing with all the MD scientists. I explain about the plant, you explain about your drug. First objective of them, they are saying why one plant can treat all type of the sickness or all type of the treatment. Anybody can say? As beginning, I explained already. I said nobody knows about what is going on the plants. From seed is going in the earth and coming, developing up to that plants is coming as a seed. Billion components is circle on that. They don't know about the chain of that component. They don't know which part of the plant they have. They MD people, they say, that's why it's very difficult to understand what is homeopathy. It's very difficult. If you make the puzzle full, then will be winner. Otherwise, you will be loser. That's why they said is a plant is not treating soon. They don't know. We call the knife surgery. I call the drug, chemical drug, as a knife surgery. It means you put it in your mouth, up to end, coming out that component, cutting your whatever is in front of that. It is not treating. Think. It's giving God a lot of things we don't know. It's a time. But I must put it, this gentleman here, about the homeopathy. I never say about anything about homeopathy, just passing this thing and going, because everyone say about that, but something here. They said, I don't know. Is it okay or no? You must challenge it and find it. I see in the document that I brought. I don't know it's a good or bad. You please find out why they are mentioning this thing. And here, they mention it, you must avoid it. I don't know. Then it is not correct. Just I don't know about homeopathy. I want to explain something here. Professor knows very well, and we have to know about that. But some plants, usually you are using. This is mentioned there. I don't know. I'm not discussing about that because I am phytochemistry people. See, if you want to mention it, they said the onion, and this is allium. Everyone says allium is good, onion is good, you take it, but when, with which food? One problem is, in new modern world, professor, is this, we forgetting every season what food we have to take. This is the main problem. They said it's okay, drop in some money and take it. That's all. That I said the fresh food. Do you remember? Nowadays, doctor, they are going to extract essential oil, find a way to preserve more and more and more the food to selling. So how many plants they are doing? I just say little about Iran. if there is a time, next time, in the next session or next conference, doctor was telling, I'll discuss more about my plan, what I did. Just about the little about the Iran. Iran, we have a Silk Road, they said. Before that, we were having the Hakamanashian Road. We trade with India and so many countries to trade of the just silk and also medicinal plant or some species of the plants. So this is a Silk Road, just it is in Iran located. And see, this is Iran. And each state, about 33 states we have. Each state has some city and some villages, and lot of things, culture is there. They live, and they know about that, how to eat and how to use. We have a Nowruz. In India also having some festival about the Nowruz. These are all philosophy behind that. I don't want to say about the Nowruz. Professor, we have a special time in the Hakamanashian time, 2,500 years ago, what the king was telling how there was no ecological find out what is this ecology for growing this plant and that. What they did, they said, okay, you take these 7 plants and growing and find out which is the best and then grow that one in a landscape. This is a philosophy, this very famous plant in Iran. And we have a different, our institute is located here. As you know, the saffron is a very famous, alferula. We have a very nice also plants, different subtropical also desert. We have, yesterday visited the botanical garden of Kolkata. It's a very famous thing. I really appreciate that professor this accompanied me. Yesterday I went to the place and I find a lot of plants. And here also hot and arid, semi-dry zone of the Iran. We have also in south of Iran and also the very, very special thing, essential. So thank you very much for everyone. You get it tired. Don't worry. And thanks for everyone. Okay, best of luck. Best of luck. Best of luck. Thank you. Doctor, I have finished it because time is over for me.
Thank you very much, Professor Rizi, for explaining in such a nice way, showing us the beautiful slides with some depictive informations, and that we really, maybe at least as far as I am concerned, I didn't know so much. Of course, the essential oil, the last slide you have shown is one of the most important nowadays, and it can cure so many diseases by just taking it in few drops. So I personally have taken, and someone in doctor, I was in USA having some severe pain here, and some of the my friend, doctor friend, he given me the 2 essential oils to, 2, 3 drops 2 times, and the pain was really relieved. So that was so much of importance that you have taken over, and you have shown us, you have chosen in your topic. So thank you very much for coming all the way from Tehran. And madam, I thank you on behalf of Sukul Institute that you both have come all the way from Tehran to India. And we wish to meet in some other country or in India again.
I wanted to appreciate her, but this is not the suitable time. But really, I appreciate her, mother, and also 2 daughters I have. But it's very good. Thank you for your
You're welcome, sir.
invitation also. It's your sense and your pressure brought us here. That's why it
Thankful
will
to
be
you.
continue by the end. And also appreciate your father also.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor. So that was Professor Rizi from Iran. Our next speaker for today is Mr. Joel Abalos, who is the president of Alliance of Health Oriented Neighbors Incorporation in the Philippines. In short, it is AHON. The AHON work with the Department of Health in the government of Philippines, which is similar to the Ministry of Health. And Sukul Institute has long collaboration with AHON. So in turn, so we work with the Department of Health through this organization. AHON is a very famous organization in Philippines. So I have been I think every 2-3 months I go Philippines and work with AHON. I go in different provinces of Philippines to promote. It's not only to promote, but to provide homeopathic treatment. So they do not have enough homeopathy medicine, so all the medicines goes from here, and also they procure from other countries, and that's the way that we do with AHON. So over to the president, Mr. Joel Abalos.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sokul.
And Joel, you were allotted for the next 15 minutes. You were about to close at 4 past 13.
Yeah, I'm going to do it fast. But first, good morning. Good morning. No, I travel a lot. I very far away in Philippines to India, and that's it. So many people reacting. I said good morning. So for me, I always believe in morning, bring new opportunity, future, and this homeopathy will bring good fortune, good opportunity, good health to you. So good morning, homeopathy. Good morning! One more. Good morning! That's it. I'm Joel Abalos from the Philippines. So I'm a registered nurse in our country. Then I'm the president of Alliance of Health Oriented Neighbors. So I met Dr. Sokul since 2016. So we've been friends, I think 7 years ago. So after I saw him in Malaysia in presentation, I fell in love in the homeopathy practices because my job in the Philippines is to search new alternative medicine or to see the perspective of different practices in alternative medicine. But what I choose and I believe and I learned in homeopathy is going to discuss today. So Ahon, wait. Okay. Ahon means Alliance of Health-Oriented Neighbors. Then, since 2015, I was the founder of this organization. I move around all over the Philippines just to promote alternative medicine. So, I'm the official trainer of the Department of Health in giving latest technology for alternative medicine and different practices like acupuncture, homeopathy, yoga, Ayurveda. So I try to learn a lot of practice, and in the future, we're going to choose what is the best for our healthcare system. So I used to have a drug rehabilitation in Philippines. We use alternative medicine to treat drug dependent. From 2015, I always go to different country just to see the perspective of different practices. So I've been to Malaysia. This is the first picture of Dr. Sokul and I. Then I've been to China and everything, and I visit Dr. Sokul in Thailand. I saw in Thailand, homeopathy he has a lot of patients there. So I studied there the basic homeopathy in Thailand. I saw it inside the Department of Thai Traditional. They using homeopathy through Dr. Arniban Sokul. Then, I am the representative of the Philippines when they have a gathering in Asia for alternative medicine also. So, I don't play the video because it's too long. But this 7 minutes video tells a lot. It's a 8 years experience giving Filipino people alternative medicine practices. So maybe I'm going to cut it because I have a little time. So I'm here to promote my advocacy, our Ahon advocacy. Right to health leads to option, or right to health, right to choose. Doctors cannot tell patient what is the best medication to him or to her. Because what we believe on our advocacy, the patient must believe that he's gonna cure by homeopathy, he's gonna cure by Western medicine. If the patient subject it that he's willing and he's believing in homeopathy, let's treat them in homeopathy. It's our advocacy. Then let's continue. So in the Philippines, unfortunately, the balance between Western medicine and the Oriental medicine or the alternative medicine is not yet balanced. When you sick in the Philippines, this is the case. You go to the hospital, you talk to a doctor, and drink antibiotics. We don't have any options. But I don't tell here that the Western medicine is bad. Western medicine have a part on our healthcare delivery system. Just like emergency. Cannot replace emergency on traditional medicine. Like ambulance, like operations, and some laboratories. So in our country, we're trying to complement Western and Oriental medicine. So this is the health center in the Philippines. You can see different kind of treatment like TB, check-up, and everything.
Mr.
But
Joel, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm
Yes.
sorry to interrupt for
yeah,
few
yeah, yeah,
seconds.
yeah. Okay.
So please welcome the Honorable Justice Shamaresh Banerjee, the former judge in the Calcutta High Court and first Lokayukt of West Bengal. So please give him salutation by standing ovation. Give him applaud for the extreme busy schedule. He has come over it for the valedictory session that we are going to start very soon. Honorable Justice, you are welcome. We have with us another distinguished guest, Mr. Shadhan Talukdar, who is the National Film Festival Film Censor Board in the Government of India. Please welcome and please have a tea. You are welcome, sir. Mr. Joel, you can continue, please.
Okay, let's continue.
Sorry for
So,
the interruption.
what I'm saying is that Western medicine and traditional medicine has part on our healthcare delivery system. We cannot single out. We cannot single out this is good, this is bad. So, my advocacy is to get the balance between the modern and the traditional medicine. So this is the health center in the Philippines. You can see in our system, you cannot see homeopathy. You cannot get globules. You can only get vitamins and antibiotics. So that's why we started this advocacy to bring homeopathy on our healthcare system. So I started 2015, but it's been 8 years. Then I have now 4 centers which you can have alternative medicine. This is the seal I signed and signed by the director of the Department of Health, Philippines. This is just an example. And my center in the Philippines, just like this. It's very hybrid health and healing center. When you go inside on my center, there's an assessment evaluation room, which we use a latest technology that we can get your blood, and you see on the screen, live, your blood, you see the cholesterol, the uric acid, the parasite, the bacteria. Unlike on the Western medicine, you see it on paper, high cholesterol level, right? high uric level. But on my center, we have the newest technology that you see it live. I'm gonna show you what's kind of this machine later. Then after that, I bring one machine because I'm afraid I cannot demo it, but I bring the one machine. It can scan you in 1 minute from cardiovascular, digestive system. It reads your frequency, energy frequency. And then from Japan technology, the Karada scan, when you put your weight there, the machine tell you if you're healthy or not. So I put this technology not to replace doctors or homeopath. This new technology is a new strategy for the patient to come on our clinic. Then after we know the problem, we have the relief wellness room. This wellness relief room has also have mixed modalities like acupuncture, we have massage, we have high potential therapy, which a machine from other country that 90,000 microvolt and it will regulate your blood in just 15 minutes. Then after the second room, we have wellness medical workout room because I believe that exercise is important in health. So we cannot give always medicine and the patient will cure. So if the patient is feeling good, he gonna start to do exercise. So the difference between the Western and my center in the Philippines, we have a health assessment machine and we do lecture first before we give the treatment. Because we believe knowledge is power. Because even though you are the greatest doctor, but your patient is the worst, he don't follow your rules, your medication, the patient will not heal itself. So we must do health teaching before we give a health therapy. Then this one. So I've been to many countries to see a lot of technologies and treatment from China to Thailand to Malaysia. I saw it. But when I met Dr. Sukul, I was amazed in this healthcare homeopathy. When I see the globules, I don't believe it at first. This is small thing can cure. It's still my curiosity. And then after that, I try it. I try it. I have a headache. I try, and it's feel okay. Then we talk by phone by Dr. Sokul. We treat patient. I call Dr. Sokul. It's around 10 p.m. on the Philippines. We treat many patients in the Philippines, and you know the cases is not ordinary. It's rare. All of the person I bring to Dr. Sokul is a cancer patient, kidney failure, but I got a good feedback that they are good right now. So, can you round of applause? Because I cannot explain on my little brain that these small globules can really cure at first, but this happened to my personal story. My mother last year has diagnosed COVID and we need to do CT scan. This is my mother. We do the CT scan and the doctor said she has an infarct on the brain. So the doctor said that we need to ICU my mother. But the problem in the Philippines, all private hospitals are full that time. There's no ICU on the private. So I call my boss on the government. Boss, can you help me find an ICU in the government? And I'm really thankful that in a few hours, he find me a good ICU. And then I bring my mother. But, you know, the government in the Philippines, the real truth is, it's not enough medication on Western. So I said to the doctor, Doctor, it's time the medicine. So I'm reading the why you don't give my mother this kind of medicine for emergency for stroke. The government said, the doctor said that we don't have stocks. But I have money, I can buy it outside. No, that's the protocol. So I'm crying because when you see my mother, uh, I saw a lot of patients, but when your mother in the room and suffering of too high blood pressure. By the way, I'm gonna tell you the story why my mother had this stroke, because I don't believe that she has COVID, because that time, August 18, he's drinking coconut. You know coconut water? Coconut? Yeah? He drinking and he choke. And the coconut, the white one, go here. So I helmet maneuver and go out. But the blood pressure, because he cannot breathe, the blood pressure go up, up and up. That's why the late night, when I traveled, they said in the hospital, it's with impact, but the final diagnosis is COVID. So how come he is okay? We're talking, and then suddenly when he drink and choked by the coconut, the blood pressures go out. So this is to cut the story short, this is my mother condition. I called Dr. Sokul. Dr. Sokul, in the first 24 hours, it is vital to give that medication on Western medicine. Because I'm a nurse, I know it. So I must buy, but the government doesn't allow. So I called my friend, my brother, Dr. Sokul. He gave arnica montana and hypericum. So we give it. You know what? This is my mother. I give it. This two, you know this two. This is the arsenicum alb and immunity 200, because I go inside to the room accompanied with my mother. This is not possible. I just asked the director, I'm gonna accompany my mom, whatever happened. I go inside to the room. But the real challenge here, if you see the date, August 24, August 29, I'm going to the awarding in homeopathy with Dr. Sahani and Dr. Sokul. So I prayed to God that I said that it's okay not to go, but please heal my mother. That's what I'm crying. I'm crying that time. But after I give this is a real story, a real magic in homeopathy. August 25, my mother, it's okay. The clot is okay. Is that amazing, guys? This homeopathy really works based on my real life story. I thought it was good on giving on a lot of patients, but this is my personal story. So that's the letter to the ICU. Then April 29, because of the arsenicum alb, I have negative result going inside and outside the ICU. So it's really effective not to have that COVID. Is that another miracle, guys? That this arsenicum alb, I go inside. I have 1 week inside the ICU where the COVID lives. But I only use arsenicum. That's why I'm really thankful, not only to Dr. Sokul and to the homeopathy. Because if there's no homeopathy that time, I don't know if my mother will be okay. And I don't know if I can get my award in the Dubai the last time. So this is the proof that after I cry a lot of bucket of tears inside the ICU, God is good. April 29, I am there with Dr. Sokul and Dr. Sani and Dr. So this is my boss. So I asked my boss, director of the DOH, to if we can implement this program in the Philippines. So to cut the story short, he was a fanatic of alternative medicine. And he said, yes, he funds me. So these are the students of Dr. Sukul's in 2 cities. So homeopathy now in the Philippines is progressively, slowly but surely coming. So this is my center. I'm going to show some pictures to you to see that this is not just a story. This is a mayor of the Pagsanhan, mayor of one city. He adopt our program. Dr. Sokul is the consultant of alternative medicine. Uh, Another mayor of city, Mayor Clado. So he built also a center of alternative medicine, CAP. Then all of this has ribbon cutting of the centers. So I invite Dr. Sokuls to come when I have the ribbon cutting for to open this homeopathic and traditional complementary alternative medicine. So what I dream is, this is the Philippines. If you see, it's an island, 7,000 island. It's impossible that our current healthcare delivery system can give treatment to all. But I believe if we incorporate this homeopathy on our system, it can. So this is my mentor in the Department of Health, Director Hanero. There's a law, 8423, so we can practice the alternative medicine. I'm gonna cut it. Then Western medicine, this is, I saw the picture, Western medicine on the other side, can you see? And our center with the other side, Oriental medicine plus the homeopathy, okay? So this is the technology that you can see in my clinic. This is the live blood analysis. This is the disease prevention. It can scan you, 39 result, high potential therapy. It's very high tech. But, you know, even we have high tech technology and high tech medication, I choose homeopathy for the curing of these diseases. See? And I'm gonna show you this video that Ahon, our organization, focus on the blood when treating patient. This one. You see the blood of the patient, it's clotted. But on the medical book, the blood must be in circular form, not rulu. So in just few minutes in my clinic, I'm gonna show you that I can regulate your blood in just 15 minutes. And if I have chance, in 15 seconds, I can call a volunteer. 15 seconds, you gain your strength. In just 15 seconds, I bring some the medication. So where's the forward here so I'm going to get the blood of the patient. Then, oh no. Can you help me? Let's play this video. No. Doc, just 5 minutes. I'm gonna show them. And can I have volunteer? Volunteer here? Do you want it? 15 seconds, you feel your strength much better. This one. See, we can wait while preparing. Who's the volunteer? Volunteer? Yeah, okay. While you're watching, you focus here on the blood after taking that blood. Okay, wait. So this is a special formulation of herbal. Okay. What is your name, sir?
Dr. Rajkumar Singh.
So this is a nanotechnology of a herbal that it can cleanse the blood within few minutes, just like this. After taking this, you feel your strength much more better. Okay. Going to demo it. So I'm gonna put water. It's much better if hot or lukewarm. So you see the blood? It's returning to normal. That's happened when you drink this one. So I experience homeopathy is better when your blood is flowing. So there's no, the healing, because we believe in medical based on science. Blood carries oxygen. Blood carries that it will detox your body. It carries nutrients. So this is the normal blood. 15 minutes in my clinic, I can show you. But this one, 15 seconds, I prove the strength of this patient. And you see, you can I'm gonna pull you and you're gonna stop, okay? Okay? You see this thing? You this. You see the balance and the strength. Can I pull them? But in small amount of this formulation, not all. It's a moringa, a barley, seaweed. Drink it. 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Do it again. Same. Same. You know, in Kerala, I test a lot of people. Dr. Sokuls know it. Within 15 seconds, you must try it after my presentation. I bring many. So you can try. Because I believe to test is to believe. Barley, seaweeds, moringa, the leaves. Yeah. It's a special formulation. So I'm going to, we believe in ahon, to test is to believe. And if the patient feel his strength, that's the time that we do the health teaching. Because even how good is the herbal and the homeopathy, if we can change the habit, we cannot change the patient. The doctor of the patient is itself. We're guiding the patient to become healthy. So in my clinic, I'm lecturing different things, just like how patient to do exercise. Sometimes in the Philippines, many people don't exercise. In the India, you always exercise. In Bangladesh. So I'm going to teach you something. Outside, you do barefoot just like this. 15 minutes of barefoot on the ground gives you 1 hour exercise. It's based on science. You can see it in a journal in America. The number 1 cardiologist in America right now don't apply exercise to heart failure patient, right? So he prescribed earthing. So a lot of latest information will teach the patient after we give this homeopathy and herbal medications. So latest development, Ahon helped our Philippine alternative medicine to develop research. I have a partnership in China to build the biggest botanical garden in the Philippines, but unfortunately, COVID times, so maybe I can get it back this year in China. I received a message that I've been there in few months' time. Then, right now, Ahon is opening many centers in the Philippines. Not only the one that I show you. If you see my Facebook page, you see it every day I open a center in the Philippines. Okay. So coming together is the beginning. So I think today we begin it. And some of the people here from Bangladesh and from other country is keeping together. this is the progress that we're doing since the Thailand conference. And working together is a success. I hope I can work with you all so that homeopathy will become successful in all part of the world. Thank you very much. This is Joel Avalos. It's Ahon Man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Joel Avalos, for your very, very beautiful presentation and demonstration. Thank you very much. We have with us Mrs. Papia Odhikari, a renowned personality, not in our state, but throughout India. আমরা যারা দীর্ঘদিন ধরে সিনেমার সঙ্গে যুক্ত, সিনেমা দেখতে ভালোবাসি, পাপিয়াদি অনেক পুরনো দিনের একজন মানুষ, দীর্ঘদিন ধরে কাজ করছেন সিনেমা, টলিউড, বলিউড ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে। তিনি আজকে আমাদের মধ্যে রয়েছেন, আমরা অত্যন্ত আনন্দিত এবং গর্বিত তাকে আমাদের মধ্যে পেয়ে। We are very much enlightened to have with us Mrs. Papia Odhikari in our valedictory session. Thank you, Didi. May I request Dr. Tokkoshila Taksande, Department of Repertory, RKDF, Bhopal, India, to deliver her lecture. Madam, please.
Good afternoon, one and all. Good afternoon, respected Justice Sir, homeopathic keynote speakers, my mentor, and my dear friends. Hereby, I'm Dr. Takshashila taking you through my small study at Aurangabad, which is on the iron deficiency anemia. I will take this slide later. Initially, so you all know about iron deficiency anemia. So this is the study conducted at Aurangabad on 30 patients. This is the study of iron deficiency anemia through Kane's repertory. Though I am completed my MD in repertory, so I chose the Kane repertory for my research. So here is the background. As Sir permitted me only 7 minutes, so I just skip this slide. As you all know, what is the iron deficiency anemia, what is the pathology, physiology behind it. So we can skip this slide. You all know that iron deficiency anemia is the priority nowadays, because we all know that this is near about 2 billion people globally are having iron deficiency anemia. Nowadays, we are seeing girls, teenagers, females are starving just to maintain their figure. And nowadays, the career is on the verge of the priority for the teenagers and for others also. So what they are doing, they just left the home, go outside the home, just stay there for study, career or job. They just live with the hostel food, outside food or junk foods. So now from today morning, we are only talking about the lifestyle disorders and how the disorders are hampering our health. So this is one of the example for this, that we are changing our normal lifestyle into something adaptive. So this is one of the disease which nowadays girls are adopting. So here is the basic clinical manifestation of iron deficiency anemia and the causes of iron deficiency anemia. Here we are seeing the brittle nails, restless legs, cold intolerance, alopecia and pica. So aims behind this study is that to establish homeopathy as the safest and most effective treatment for recovering iron deficiency anemia. I just tried to just means prove the homeopathy, that homeopathy is really work on the iron deficiency anemia or not. So objective behind this study is it can recover with homeopathy holistic through holistic approach or not. I wanted to find out this, so that's why I chose this topic. And it can not only alter the disease condition, but the patient's sensitivity and susceptibility too. So I go through this, means near about, I find out the inclusion and exclusion criteria for this. So in inclusion criteria, I chose 12 to 40 years girls only. I would like to say girls. And then all clinically diagnosed cases of iron deficiency anemia. And the in exclusion criteria, I prefer cases with systemic disease like hypertension, diabetes, mellitus, etc., just to avoid the complications of the study. Later on, I just chose the patient with requiring surgical intervention due to other diseases with anemia, because we don't want to complicate the study, because it is only on a 30 patients or 30 subject. So I use the materials like patient follow for 2 years, total 30 participants were enrolled in the study. Then the result will come. I will talk about the result later. Repertorization. All the cases were repertorized using Kent repertory only. And I did not give any kind of intervention during the homeopathic treatment, because I followed the subjects for 2 years. So limitations behind this study was results and conclusion is not generalized, it's particular. And like a individuality role plays a vital role in this study. And the prescription was on the basis of repertorial approach, completely on the basis of totality of the symptoms. So here is the percentile after repertorization of the cases. So I found that the 20% cases were means followed by phosphorus. Later on, I could see the 10% were of calcarea carb, 6.66% were of pulsatilla. This is the commonest graph which I pulled out from my 30 subjects. So here is the discussion. The study was done on effectiveness of homeopathy and Kent repertory on iron deficiency anemia. Here, as per the gender criteria, I found that the male has a 33.3% means prone for this disease, and females is having 66.67% prone for this disease. And age-wise criteria, I found that 12 to 16 years has a 0 percentile, and 16 to 20 years is having 23 to 33%. And likewise, 36 to 40 years is having a 20%. This is the statistic which I pulled out from my study. If I go through the age-wise, here I am tabulating the same as a graphical presentation. As per the BMI, I found that the 30% are underweight, 40% are normal weight, and 30% are overweight. And as per the HB level, before and after, I would like to go for this treatment arm slide, where I found that the 11 to 12% are the 10%, and 8 to 9% are 53.33%. This is the difference between before and after study. And here is the treatment outcome, where I found the five are the recovered cases, and moderately recovered are 15, and mildly recovered are 10. Initially, yes. Here, as I said, the result and conclusion not generalized. It plays a vital role of the individuality. Here, the homeopathic medicines were prescribed on the basis of totality of symptoms and repertorial outcome, as I mentioned in a chart number 4. Mildly recovered means raising HB level by 1 gram per dl, and 1 to 2 gram per dl is moderately recovered, and more than 2 gram is considered as a improved. Overall, 73.33% were recovered by prescribing homeopathic medicines according to the Kent repertorization approach in holistic and making remedy selection. So this is what I done on 30 patients. So these are the references from where I referred this study. So I would like to go for my first slide. As you all know that the means already they announces my name. I'm Dr. Takshashila from Nagpur, Maharashtra, and I work with UNICEF and WHO in collaboration for early child development. This project has done at MGIMS on 0 to 3 years child, where we just intervene the subjects just to change their mindset and physical development. We just spend time with them, and we follow them for 3 years. What we did, we just counsel the caregiver how to be with the means baby or a kid, means how to play with them, how to use the indoor and outdoor games, which is cheapest one for their development. And we work for this, and we found a wonderful efficacy or wonderful results from this. Later on, I work for LTBI, which is the latent TB infection. We all know that the TB is a prone disease nowadays, and our government is running one program, National Elimination TB program. So this is the new, in means like we all got to know that this person is having TB after full blown of the disease. But what happens before the disease is grown up? The phase is called as the latent TB infection. That time we work in a Nagpur area, especially in urban and rural combination, where we just visited the tubercular units, and we just met with the household contacts of TB patients, and we just do one IGRA test, which is the interferon gamma relay assay, and we set up the IGRA lab at IGGMC. I know this is very far from homeopathy, it's not related to homeopathy, but now from morning we are talking about the holistic care. So I would like to tell that we have to set up our homeopathy skill very high by going to, by following the ethical rules, by following the good clinical practices, by doing lot of researches nowadays. So this is one of the platform where we can explore our knowledge, and we can get an opportunity to do something which is really helpful for the homeopathy. Again, coordinated with CDC and Share India, set up the urban and rural model. And carbadacin, today morning, one of my friend is talking about the PPH. Sir is telling about the postpartum hemorrhage. So I work for the carbadacin injection, which is the substitute for the pitocin injection. This is the heat stable injection, which is really good for the rural area, as the we got to know that the rural in rural setups there is a difficulty to maintain the temperature by maintaining the fridge and everything, and keeping the pitocin injection inside the fridge. It's very difficult in UPSCs and PSCs. So this is one of the injection. I'm not promoting any injection. I'm just telling that I just work for that carbadacin injection. This is one of the injection which is used for the just to avoid the PPH. And then again for vaccine trials and umbilical cord clamping, again we talk about the hypoxia, birth hypoxia. Nowadays the umbilical cord milking study is going on at Nagpur. In that study, we just found the hypoxic baby. We just do a cord milking. So because of that cord milking, we avoid hemoglobin deficiency, or we avoid we help the baby to get a more blood from mother side to help baby to develop their brain very nicely. So this is one of the studies going on in Nagpur. So this is me. I just would like to share my last video. Video, please. This video has been captured during COVID time by a Karuna Trust, where we work for a human being or humanity during COVID time. As me and my husband were quarantined for 15 days, and we were give a chance to our baby to suffer without us, because that time quarantine period was very painful for us and our kids also. So that time we tried to pilot one project of counseling. It's a Aadhaar project basically. We counsel the ICU person, from where they get a contact number of us. We just talk with them for a few seconds or few minutes, and it gives them so much courage to fight with their situation, and they really come out of the ICU. So this is my achievement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tokshushila Aksande, Department of Repertory RKDF, Bhopal, India, for her valuable lecture and wonderful presentation experience sharing. Now may I request Dr. D.S. Var, MD, HAPCO India. Sir, please come on the dais to deliver his lecture.
Good afternoon, everybody. Now, the 2 day seminar has come to a fag end. I think all of you are very much tired now. But still, when I've been asked to tell something, I shall have to bother you till some time, for some time. However, my topic is quality control of homeopathic medicine. You all know that quality control in any medicine is essentially required. Why quality control is required? In these 2 days, we are hearing so many stories about the utility of homeopathic medicine in so many diseases. But what do you think? If those medicines were not of proper quality, will they be effective? Definitely not. So what we require is quality homeopathic medicine, and for that, what is required to do is, we shall have to check the quality of raw material used and manufacturing procedure followed during the preparation of the medicines, as because we do not have very capacity to check the finished product. Now, I'm going very fast, as the time is very short. Quality control of raw material, how to get quality control of raw materials. The quality control of raw materials is divided in drug substance and vehicles. And we all know that there are 7 types of drug substances used in homeopathy. I'm not going through that. First of all, I'm telling about what is the quality control of botanical drugs, how to get quality control of botanical drugs. What the pharmacopoeia says. Pharmacopoeia says proper identification of the plant should be carried out first. But only proper identification of plant is not enough. Plants are to be collected at a specific time so as to exhibit their full characteristic properties. This is very, very important. Vegetable drugs are required to be free from insects and other animal matter, animal excreta and extraneous contaminants. And they should not show any abnormal color, odor, mold, or any evidence of deterioration. The last 2 points can be seen by naked eye, but what about the first 2? Let's take some example. Calendula officinalis. We are using Calendula mother tincture very often. But do you know, only a few years back, many of the manufacturers are using Calendula in the name, Ginda fool, in the name of Calendula. The flower is known as here as Ginda. There is Tagetes erecta. That plant has been used in place of Calendula. Why that happened? We know that Tagetes erecta Ginda is known as African marigold here. In the textbook of homeopathy, we know that Calendula is marigold. But we don't understand that that is European marigold. European marigold and African marigold are totally different. So we shall have to use Calendula. This problem arrives also in Europe. If you go in the European market, if you ask for chamomilla, you may get Metricaria chamomilla, which is true chamomilla, or you may get Anthemis nobilis, which is Roman chamomilla. So you shall have to be very sure which chamomilla you require. This is the older process of seeing through microscope for microscopy analysis, and the right side picture is for modern method of seeing. What has been done, only a camera has been put on the microscope to take the image on this here. There are two images. One is authentic sample image is already in the computer, and the other is coming from the camera, and we can compare very easily. This is called photomicrography. But only botanical identification, I told you earlier that only botanical identification is not enough. Why? We don't know whether it has been collected in the right season or not. That is very important. If we don't collect a material in right season, we may not get all the properties of the plant. For example, if we have to use a ripe mango is sweet, and if in place of that, if we use green mango, will that be good enough? Definitely not. So we must be sure whether it has been collected in the right time or not. How to do that? The chemical constituents of a plant may vary with place of occurrence also, its seasons of collection and method of cultivation. So we shall have to take all these three. Let me check what ecological variation is. We have estimated total alkaloid content of cinchona bark. That is our China. Just see, sample 1 contains total alkaloid 6.91 gram, whereas sample 2 contains 6.02%, sample 3 contains 7.82%, and sample 4 that contains 3.16%. With such a variation. And the sample 4 is collected from Nilgiri, and first 3 samples have been collected from our own Darjeeling district. Time of collection is also important. We have estimated total alkaloid of belladonna. It is estimated as hyoscyamin. The matured natural species should contain 0.336, at least 0.33%. Immature species contains only 0.18%, whereas cultivated variety contains 0.29 or 0.3%. We must be very sure what material we are using. It may be belladonna, but it may not be a good medicine. A time and method of collection, both are here in asafoetida, you will find. Then in asafoetida, solid matter in 100 ml is 2.15 gram. In some sample, it is only 1.8 gram. And presently prepared medicines contains only 0.46 to 0.32 gram. Whether this is asafoetida, the last 3 samples of asafoetida, will be good for our preparation. Another point is here. This point of getting good quality medicine. We are using camphor. But do you know, this camphor, what you are available in the market, is not good for making medicine. Those are all artificial camphor, synthetic camphor. Those are racemic variety of camphor. We require only the natural camphor. And this is the camphor tree, wherefrom we get the natural camphor. We shall have to use only the natural camphor, not the artificial camphor or synthetic camphor. For this, getting this camphor, we shall have to cut down the whole tree and get the camphor out of that. And for that, cutting of whole tree is now almost impossible. So the supply of natural camphor is very limited. Natural camphor is obtained by distilling wood of camphor tree, which usually grows in Japan and also in, of course, in South Asia also. And cutting of camphor tree is now restricted. Where from our future supply of natural camphor will come? Look at the optical rotation of the sample. Natural camphor is dextrorotatory, whereas synthetic camphor doesn't have any optical activity. Now let's come to animals, raw material from animal origin. The same problem arises, same is here. Cantharis, a very useful medicine. But where do you get Cantharis? Cantharis is no more available. It is extinct. A totally different fly, Mylabris, is now being used in the name of Cantharis. This actually Cantharis, Lita vesictoria, there is a Cantharis. And this is the actual color of Cantharis, that is green. And the insect is being by almost all the manufacturers in the name of Cantharis is this Mylabris species. This will not give good effect of Cantharis in medicine. Blatta orientalis. You are wondering, why this Blatta is available everywhere? What is the problem with that? Yes, there is some problem. If you go to the market, you'll get plenty of Blatta, dried Blatta. But do you know how they've been collected? They've been sprayed, insecticide is sprayed. And after that, they've been collected. Should we use those Blatta? Definitely not. Apis mellifica, another sample. This example says, honeybee is to be collected only in the winter or in the summer or in spring, not during rainy season. As because at that time, the poison is not virulent. So we shall have to collect in the right season. That is very important. Let's skip those things. Now let's come to raw material of mineral origin. We all know that mineral origin it may be contaminated, it may get purified, but some mineral origin raw material is not available. As for example, Hekla lava. We are talking about Hekla lava. It is not at all a lava. It is actual fly ash. That Mount Hekla, the finer ash which fell on the plaster of distant localities was particularly deleterious, and while the gross ash near the mountain was inert. So we shall record those fly ashes. This is a picture of Mount Hekla that erupted some 150 years back. Where can we get those fly ashes? No more available. Raw material of synthetic origin. I'm going very fast through all these things. There is also a problem. Ferrum phos, causticum, mercurius solubilis. These are examples of raw material of synthetic origin. We are preparing it in the laboratory, but their preparation method must be followed very strictly. In the market, if you go for ferrum phosphoricum, you'll get plenty of ferrum phosphoricum, but you'll notice that their color is green, but actually ferrum phosphoricum is blue. You must be very sure whether you're getting good ferrum phosphoricum or not. Quality control of material of nosor origin, a very, very big problem. Problems related to procurement drug substances of this category are manifold. They can be classified under 4 classification. Disease tissue, we can use disease tissue or excretions. We can use bacteria capable of producing endotoxin, bacteria capable of producing exotoxin, and also virus or pure toxins. Okay, the last 3 materials can be available. But what about the first thing? All our nosors then prepared by the first material. Just see, pure bacterium or pure toxins are possible to isolate and use as drug substances for how to get disease tissue or excretion in native state. Medication may change the very nature of the disease, and hence medicines prepared from diseased tissues or excretions collected from persons who has undergone some treatment may not yield desired result. Can you get sputum of tuberculosis patient? Yes, you can get. But will that sputum will be the same as the sputum which was been used in the proving, and where from the original medicine was prepared? Definitely not. Tuberculinum. Homeopathic potencies of tuberculinum used by the physician are prepared from sputum of phthisis affected person. Bacillinum was prepared from phthisis affected lung. Sorinum, we don't know what are using right now. What sorinum is using right now. Only today I had about one clinical experience with sorinum. Which sorinum was used? Hahnemann prepared the sorinum from seropurulent matter of scabies. And after that, Herring prepared that same medicine from the pus of yellow pastel apparent in scabies affected person. Which sorinum we are using now? And how to prepare new sorinum again? And how to prove that? Syphilinum, we don't know what syphilinum, raw material of syphilinum was. Was that only pus? It was prepared from syphilitic poison, literature said. But what is syphilitic poison? Is that pus? Isolated bacteria? What it is? Medurinum, same problem with medurinum. And our newest nosode, carcinosin. So many persons are using carcinosin, that physicians are prescribing carcinosin. Do you know? We don't know what carcinosin is. Where from it was prepared? The proving was made by Templeton, and just see what he has said in his proving. Even with the present substance, carcinosin, its source is unknown to Nelson, who has supplied the medicine for proving, who have supplied our material. All they can say that it comes from USA, but we ought to know the source of our remedies. Just think about the problem. We don't know what medicine we are using and how to prepare again this medicine. So long as the old potencies are there, we can supply them. But how to prepare new potencies? It will be helpful to note that more than a dozen different carcinosin preparations have been made from material obtained from operating theatre of Royal London Homeopathic Hospital. Of these, only 3 had been proved clinically useful when the first paper was read in 1958. 4 more have now been satisfactorily tested clinically, and they have been given separate names of carcinosin, adenocarcinosin, all those things. Circular origin, there's no problem with circular origin material. It should be pure compound and it should be free from pathogens. That's okay. But what about the raw material of imponderable origin? Think of the example of X-ray. A very important medicine prepared from raw material of imponderable origin can no longer be prepared. You may ask, why not? X-ray is available, but we don't know. Do you know that X-ray is not a single wavelength of light, it's a bunch of light? And the material first prepared, proving was made. We don't know which wavelength of light was used for that and how long it was irradiated. Literature says that drug was prepared by irradiating lactose or alcohol with X-ray, but doesn't say anything about wavelength of, or intensity of the light used for the preparation or the precision time of irradiation. This is a problem. So how one can replicate the process to get same starting material again? These are the problem with a raw material. I don't know. I think time is very short. Shall I conclude here? There are so many other slides are there. So as the time is very short, please let me conclude here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. D.S. Var, for your valuable presentation. Now, we shall quickly move into the valedictory session. Cadet, please arrange the chairs on the dais. Within few minutes, we shall move into the valedictory session. ছেলেটি এক্ষুনি বেরিয়ে যাবে, আমাকে শুরুটা করি। Now we shall start our valedictory session. Fifth World Congress on Homeopathy and Traditional Medicine, Zero Molecule to Macromolecules. Our 2 days session, 27th and 28th May 2023. May I request Honorable Justice Shamoresh Banerjee, former Judge, Kolkata High Court, and the first Lokayut of West Bengal. Sir, please come on the dais. Cadet, music please. Honorable Justice Mr. Shamoresh Banerjee, then we have with us Mrs. Papia Odhikari, renowned Bengali film actress and social activist. Papia Di, please. Mr. Shadhan Talukdar, Executive Member, CVFC, Government of India. May I request Professor N.C. Sukul, President, Sukul Institute of Homeopathic Research, former Professor, Faculty, Department of Zoology and former Dean, Faculty of Science, Vishwabharati Shantiniketan. May I request Mr. Ovijit Bhomik, General Manager, Dr. Wilmer Swabe, India. Sir, please come on the dais. May I request Dr. G.P. Sarkar. Sir, please come on the dais. Dr. J.P. Sarkar is the Managing Director, Allen Laboratories. Cadet, please arrange another chair in the right side of the stage. May I request Mr. Rajkumar Pandey, Executive Director, Barnet Homeopathy. Sir, please come on the dais. Now may I request Mrs. Papia Odhikari, renowned Bengali film actress and social activist, to deliver few words for us. Papia Di, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me here. It's a wonderful, wonderful occasion of 5th World Congress on Homeopathy and Traditional Medicine. I'm not very far from this. You could also say why she's here. She's an actor and a scriptwriter and a director and a stage actor and a film actor. So why she is here? I'm in some way connected with it since I own an Ayurvedic company since 30 years. So I am with you. And also I practice Vedanta, the Upanishad. Sir, Mr. Muhammad Rizai from Iran, I just happened to know him, and he's such a wonderful, wonderful person, and he has invited me to Iran. I really don't know whether I can catch up to there, but it's a great regard for me. And you accept my heartiest regards and respect, since I want to become a part of you, because I'm also with the science of life. And the way we do, so we are the actors, so we, most of you I think understand Bengali, we say nishash and proshash. The main basic thing is nishash, which we breathe out, and proshash is we breathe in. So acting is all upon the dom, bishash and nishash, proshash and bishash. Bishash is confidence in myself that I can do, I can walk forward, and I can achieve. So this is all about acting and writing and directing and everything, which also is a part of this medicine. Nishash, Proshash, and Bishash. Today, I'm very, very sorry, International Vedanta Society is there since more than 45 years. It is there all over the world. And the heart, the core person has expired, and I have been coming from there. There are many hospitals, in this bypass area, and they have ventilation system. Here are a lot of doctors, so I plead with you, if this ventilation system is being, what should I say? It is also necessary with the operations and all. But if there is a control system that it can be put to the patients who are below 50, because this father of ours, we call him Bhagavan, he had been in this ventilation for the last 23 days. And I think the medics knew he is not going to survive. And the medic bill is sky high. And he expired yesterday. If it was known to them, so why this gimmick? It is also there. I should not be critical about the medics, but time has come to understand and to know what exactly is there behind proper medic practicing. Anyways, my company is Harbomed, and we have 52 products. One or two products all over India, we deal with it. And there is a medicine called Neurogen, and we challenge if there is an epileptic patient, and আমাদের যে মাথা ব্যথা করে, we feel pain in the head sometimes for overstress. It is called Neurogen, and it is a magic. We call it a magic. Even if you are not a medic person, and if you just try with it, so you can prescribe this Neurogen. I'm not here to advertise my products, but only in Upanishad, only in Vedanta, there is a science from Charak Samhita to, far back. So medicines are all from the plants. When Hanuman has been asked to bring Vishallukarani, so he brought the entire Gandhamadan mountain because he never knew. He didn't know. He didn't know what exactly the medicine is and where it is the medicine. But all the plants have medicinal values. So if we go back, before me, there was, yes, you ma'am, I forgot, you have got a big name. Your name? Yeah. Takhoshila. We call in Bengali Takhoshila. So we regard Takhoshila. It's a huge place of learning. So Takhoshila said that the young girls, they starve, which is a no. And the lifestyle, they always go on for fried things and so on and so forth. It is also a no. In Upanishad, we call that early in the morning, you take nishash, proshash, and the bishash will come on you. Nishash meaning proshash first, and you hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, up till 12. Then proshash, you breathe out. You do it for 10, 12 times every day, early in the morning, for the evening snacks when you come out of your office, and at the night when you have your dinner. So that suffices everything. You will be having, yes, of course, cough and cold and other diseases, but this nishash, proshash will bring bishash on you. So, and also the food habits. So, আমাদের বাংলায় একটা কথা ছিল যে যত plants খাবে, the more you take plants, the more good you are, because you have got proper secretions. So go for more and more plants. You can go for meats and fishes, of course, because fish contains amino acid, and there's meat, they contain protein. But if we go on plants, I don't want you to be vegetarians, all of you, which I am, and my friends and my family, they're very annoyed with me why you are on plants and plants and plants. But I feel good. And also, I tell you something, you feel happy. You have got a smiling face. Not that you got to grin every time, but you become happy and you become good. A few days back, a year back, I had zoster in my head, inside my head. I used to shoot for a serial, you must have seen, Dotto and Boma. So in my makeup room, I had a sofa, and just above that, there was a spider web, always. They used to remove the web, but again and again, the spiders, they keep on, doing that web. And when I told the managers why the spider web is always on my head, he said, it is very good. The spiders, they remove all the bacteria and so on and so forth. I had been made to understand, and I said, okay, fine. But I used to sit just below that spider web. After some time, I had a serious headache and I was trembling like anything, And then nobody, no doctors in Kolkata could find out what exactly it was. So then, after 10, 12 doctors, one homeopath doctor, he is our makeup artist brother, he said that you are having zoster. I tell you, you are having zoster, and if it is in the head, the percentage is nothing. You got to die. I said, oh my God, I've got so many things to do in my life. No, zoster, if it is inside the head, so it's very, very crucial, it's very critical. So then he treated me for 3 months, and now you see what I am here today. So all a very big applause to the homeopath medication which he did to me. Thank you so much, and thank you Shubir De, who invited me here. And he is such a wonderful, wonderful person. He is doing a lot for the society. And Gyaner Alo, you know that the light of learning is always there, and uh, he is always on that. He makes other to understand what exactly the new knowledge, the neo knowledge is. একটা বাংলায় গল্প বলছি, কারা কারা বাংলা বোঝেন না? Those who don't understand Bengali, just raise your hand. Only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then I have to tell it in English. And more for my new friend from Iran, Mr. Muhammad Rezai. I told him, what is Rezai? Is blanket, na? And he said, no, it is satisfaction. I said, oh, that's good. A man, a writer used to write, and he used to write at 10 in the morning, but at exactly 12:05, there was a sound of dhup beside his house, and there is no window or door. So he was thinking what it is. Every day at 12:05 in the afternoon, he used to hear the sound. So he sometimes used to go out and he could find nothing. So then one day he went up to his terrace and found a little boy with a kite and that latai. The boy is jumping from the wall and he's running away because he has to play in the ground. So then he could understand that the sound is of that boy jumping from there. So the next day when he was writing, he heard that dhup sound and he understood that the boy is jumping from the wall with his kite to play in the ground. Likewise, when every day, without that window or door or a glass door, he could understand that is there. So if you know something, Gyan, if you know something that is there, then you don't require an eye. Nothing is required. That the light of learning is only important. In Vedanta, there is I will stop here now. In Vedanta, there is a mantra, Isha Vasamidam Sarvang Jatkinchang Jagatyang Jagat Teno Taktena Bhunjita Magridha Kasya Sid Dhanam. Mahatma Gandhi once said, if India only remembers this mantra, everything is being looted, whatever it happened, only any Indian know this by heart, then India will retain. And what is the meaning of this? Isha Vasamidang Sarvang. Isha meaning God. Sarvang, everywhere. Vasya, he stays. It is his homeland. The entire globe is the home of the super God. Isha Vasyamidang Sarvang Jatkincha Jagatyang Jagat. Wherever it is possible, everywhere, Even this lampstand, inside this, God is there. Teno taktena bhunjita, meaning you enjoy, but you got to sacrifice. You can't enjoy everything. You got to sacrifice. Even when we eat, we the Hindus, when we eat, we keep a little bit of our food for the god or the birds or anybody. Teno taktena bhunjita, ma gridha, ma meaning no, gridha meaning no, not to greed upon others' wealth. If somebody is very sexy like Malaika or very rich like Ambani's, so let them be. God has given you the greatest gift. What is that? A human life. You are nobody, and you have got a human life. So we are that. We are those humans, the most blessed. So let us all celebrate our being humans. Proper Manav Darubi. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Papyadi. Next, it's a part from Papyadi. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. It's a part from our end to felicitate the distinguished guest on dais. Cadet, please come with the flowers, Uttariyo and memento. Very quick. Dr. Shoma Sukul, please come. Dr. Nivedita Pandey, Mrs. Sanghita Devnath, please come on the desk. Mr. G.P. Sarkar, first. Dr. G.P. Sarkar, Chairman and Managing Director, Barnet Homeopathic. Professor N.C. Sukul, Mrs. Papia Odhikari, Honorable Justice Shomoresh Banerjee, Mr. Shadhan Talukdar, Dr. Sukul, please. Mr. Abhijit Bhaumik, Dr. Rajkumar Pandey, Now, may I request Professor P.K. Sudhir to receive the Award of Excellence from the Sukul Institute of Homeopathic Research, Award of Excellence 2023. Professor P.K. Sudhir is the Vice Chancellor, Binayak Mission Research Foundation, a deemed university. Sir, please come on the dais. Cadet, please take him on the dais. Professor P.K. Sudhir. Dr. Shoma Sukul, please arrange the felicitation materials for Professor P.K. Sudhir. Shoma, please come on the desk. Professor P.K. Sudhir is receiving the Award of Excellence 2023 from the Sukul Institute of Homeopathic Research, who is the Chief Organizer of 5th World Congress on Homeopathy and Traditional Medicines, Zero Molecules to Macromolecules. Thank you. Now, may I request Honorable Justice Mr. Shamoresh Banerjee, retired Honorable Judge, Kolkata High Court, and first Lokayut of West Bengal, to say a few words for us.
Before I started, I've been warned that this valedictory address has to be confined to 3 minutes because of shortage of time. So I begin, first of all, saying, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this opportunity, which I think is indeed important, to deliver what I feel, what has been decided and you have been discussing all through the day for the last day. Difficulty is a validatory speech can only be effectively done when one stays all the time and knows what you others have already discussed. This opportunity I don't have. I've only heard 2 or 3 speakers. So I will confine to that. But what I will stress on that I really, from the core of my heart, feel that it's a great idea to have this international conference on homeopathy, and throughout the day, you have been, from different parts of the world you have come, learned men, doctors, researchers and all that, from which I think it's a great thing because we heard about homeopathy. I didn't hear, I read because I was not born then. So Dr. Hahnemann, if I am not wrong, 1853 in Paris, he passed away. But he introduced before that a revolutionary theory of treatment, mind that. If you compare the way of treatment, homeopathy is much younger. The treatment which is being done here in India and in China, it is a new one, path-breaking. That's why he says path-breaking. He promulgated or put before the world another system of medicine, the nitty-gritties of which I cannot explain to you because I am not so much aware. But he did. And it, although there are many doubts and all there, it stayed. For example, I can tell you, in Bengal itself, it has been accepted because from the childhood we found that there are many doctors who practice as homeopathy doctors. Of course, not at that point in time, all the time having a degree and all that. But the thing which you have done today, because whatever is discovered, the way of treatment, or whatever manner you say, it is also in allopathy, it is also in homeopathy, it is also Ayurvedic. Incidentally, my country recognizes, council recognizes three systems of treatment. One is, of course, the old allopathic, but also homeopathic and the Ayurvedic, and the fourth is Unani. Ayurvedic is great because everyone, we are not on Ayurvedic, it has got its own field. I have tested myself, I had been gone there in Kerala and seen. And in homeopathic, but I'm happy, this conference is forgetting which number, you have assembled all over the world. Fifth World Conference, if I may say so. I'm so happy. It is Dr. Sukul who thought about it, who has his own institute here. And it's no use not disclosing that I'm also his patient. So, but when he said that, I said, it's a great idea. Why? Why am I important? Because no particular theory or way of treatment remains as it is. The research is the main thing. You have to go on researching and researching. In homeopathy also, I find this is being done. Different parts of the world, here of course in India, and I'm proud that he's a Calcuttan also. Actually, he comes from Shantiniketan. You do not know, here Dr. Sukul, his father is here. Physiotherapy, he's a professor of physiotherapy in Shantiniketan. Sukul was also there. From there, he discovered, made research and came in homeopathy. So institute he has established. So main thing is the research. And he has been able to organize this conference which shows, and really I'm happy about that, that homeopathic research, when I say there are other doctors also, but we are proud about Dr. Sukul. But this conference has shown me that you people all over the world who have come here on homeopathy and all that, you have also not stopped short at what was discovered. You are going on researching, improving and all that. This is the most important. And why the conference is important? The conference is important. You exchange your ideas here. And this also is great. The gentleman who was, I think from Philippines was saying, he also said about homeopathy, although he was all the time saying, he was making a different experiment toward machines and all that. And he was saying, it is alternative medicine. Homeopathy is not an alternative medicine in India, mind that. It is recognized. Ayurvedic is an alternative. There are alternative medicine is there, other council, but I had an occasion to go there to know, but that recognition they have not got up till now. But to close, I just say, but the time is short. What is the need of this conference? Why? I had been many conferences. Of course, legal, because I'm a man of law. I'll tell you one thing. Please don't mind because I always speak the truth. Sometimes I'm dismayed because for conferences about that, I had been to different parts of this country and also abroad, in Canada and all that. Sometimes I find they are great people. I'm not blaming anybody, mind that. But sometimes I've found which does not serve the purpose of conference, after staying some time or delivering his speech, what others not listening, some people go out for sightseeing. So, but in Canada, we are happy the conference which I had. 300 delegates came from all over the world. Jurists, lawyer, judges and all that. And there nobody went out. Plenary session followed by group discussion. Because they themselves one day decided, today we shall take you to sightseeing. So no problem. And I'm sure here is the importance is from different countries have come. Gentleman from Iran, I didn't know you, sir. You have been successful, I hope. It is a platform, conference is a platform from different persons of the doctors of the world who are practicing on the same method, but they represent their paper to say what improvement they have gone on. So this exchange of ideas also enrich everyone. And so far as the patients are concerned, what's the benefit? Of course. We do not know nitty-gritty of you. But at least we know that because here, for example, I go for allopathy, I go for homeopathy also. But the knowledge, the information which I get, that you are all not stopping at, you are going on and on research. It is ultimately for what? For benefiting humanity. It is the humanity you serve, though different methods. So I congratulate you. I'm happy you have come down here all the way from different parts of the world, and you have come here, and I hope in Calcutta, here, under the, if I may say so, auspices of organization of Dr. Sukul, who is a very, you all know, you know better him than me, that the contribution he has made. So, you have come, exchanged ideas, you have satisfied. And I hope after this conference, I'm sure, because I always insist, some paper must be published so that what you have said, what experience you have gathered, another thing, that is also a great asset. It's a journal, if I may say so. Thank you very much. By the way, another thing I'm very happy, at the last moment, the gentleman who was speaking about quality control, do you know, this is also great. Whatever you produce, because I know in case of Ayurveda also, the plant choosing, Kerala, if you go, I've been a patient there, Kerala, they have got their own huge area where they cultivate the plants and choose. Because ultimate analysis, there also, it is from the plants you take out the extracts, and therefrom you prepare globules and all that. Gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, all of you, please go ahead. Never stop. As in our philosophy it has been said, don't be satisfied. I know everything. No. Whatever you know is great, but you have to move on. Move on. That is Charaivati. 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 Never stop. Never stop. Thank you very much. And by the way, tell me frankly, how have you enjoyed your stay in Calcutta? That's important to know.
From my Iranian country, I came over here, very difficulty, but I'm very happy. I got a lot of friends, and especially you say 2, 3 words, exactly which all we are discussing this thing, these two days, exactly this gentleman. I say again, appreciate Professor Sukul and his son and daughter. You please shake hand, sleep nicely because we have appreciate them together all and getting a lot of knowledge. Thank you very much. I really appreciate from my country to all of you. And I got a lot of friends and lot of knowledge. As you say, we are standing hardly and going in front. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Reji.
By the way, may I say before I part one thing? There are great people here. You are all great people serving the humanity. Sukul is of course there, but you are also there. But may I propose to give, you can give hand to yourself, so not give a hand. I request the musicians in honor of all of them, all of you who have come today. For the last 2 days you are interacting and all that. And of course, Dr. Sukul, who has been already internationally acknowledged, would you please, instead of giving claps, because you cannot clap for yourself, let there be music. Please play a music.
Music.
Yes?
Music, please.
Subir? That will be the greatest tribute to them. Thank you very much for bearing me with such a, bearing an old man who is old, but not physically, yes, but not mentally. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Justice Samaresh Banerjee, who is the former Justice in Calcutta High Court and first Lokai, West Bengal. Thank you very much, sir, for coming over here and sharing your words. I now request the receiver of Award of Excellence 2023 being conferred by Sukul Institute of Homeopathic Research, Dr. Nitish Chandra Dubey, who is the Managing Director of Burnett Homeopathy. He has certainly some other commitments, so he had cancelled the presence of here to receive this award, and on behalf of him, I'm very glad to present it Dr. Raj Kumar Dubey, who is the Executive Director of Burnett Homeopathy. So Dr. Soma and Mrs. Anamika, please proceed to present the award. Dr. Raj Kumar Pandey. next recipient of the Award of Excellence 2023 is Dr. Ravi Vairagade, who is a renowned physician. Please, Dr. Ravi, to receive the Award of Excellence 2023. Dr. Soma, please come along with Mrs. Honorable. Dr. Ravi Vairagade, please stand to receive the award. Dr. Ravi and Mr. Abhijit Bhaumik.
May I request Dr. M.K. Shahani, sir, please come on the dais, cadet. Please provide him a guard of honor. Dr. M.K. Shahani, please support one hand, cadet. Lifetime Achievement Award 2023 will be conferred to Dr. M.K. Shahani. Dr. M.K. Shahani is Chairman, RIS DTH, Homeopathic Science Congress Society, India. Thank you, sir. Next, may I request Dr. Shunirmal Sarkar, sir. May I request Dr. Shunirmal Sarkar, former professor, NIH, Government of India, and renowned professor, renowned physician, renowned orator also. We have heard Professor Sarkar today before the lunch session. We will be honored to give him the Lifetime Achievement Award 2023 from the Sukul Institute of Homeopathic Research. Sir, I request once again for a standing ovation for Professor Shunirmal Sarkar, please. Thank you, sir. Now may I request Dr. Durga Sarkar Bhor, Dr. D.S. Bhor, MD, HAPCO India, to please come on the dais to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award 2023 from the Sukul Institute of Homeopathic Research. Sir, please come on the dais. The Lifetime Achievement Award 2023 is now conferred to Dr. Durga Sarkar Bhor, MD, HAPCO India. Thank you, sir. Now, we will be highly delighted to announce the recipient of the next Lifetime Achievement Award 2023. It will be conferred to Professor N.C. Sukul. Professor N.C. Sukul, who is the President of Sukul Institute of Homeopathic Research, renowned Professor of Zoology, former Dean, Faculty of Science, Vishwabharati. Again, may I request a standing ovation for Professor N.C. Sukul, please. Thank you. Thank you. Now, may I request Professor Zhiling Yu, School of Chinese Medicine, Hong Kong, Baptist University, Hong Kong, to receive the Award of Excellence 2023. Cadet Next, the Award of Excellence 2023 will be conferred to Professor Zhiling Yu, School of Chinese Medicine, Hong Kong, Baptist University, Hong Kong. Now the next Award of Excellence 2023 will be conferred to Professor Muhammad Jahangir Alam, Bangladesh Homeopathic Board, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Bangladesh. Professor Muhammad Jahangir Alam. Now the next Award of Excellence 2023 will be conferred to Professor Sripad Hegde, former Professor, Government of Homeopathic College, Karnataka. Sir, please come on the dais. The next recipient of Award of Excellence 2023 is to Mr. Joel Avalos, President, AHON Philippines. Sir, please come on the dais. Thank you. The next Award of Excellence 2023 is conferred to Professor M. Rosie, Department of Phytochemistry, Research Institute of Forests and Rangelands, Iran. Sir, please come on the dais. Next, we will confer the Award of Excellence 2023 to Dr. Dilip Roy. Sorry. Yes, sorry.
I appreciate all of you again. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to carry this one to Iran. And also I invited all of you and to have a good cooperation, as the professor was telling about having and standing hardly. And I really want to see you again in any conferences later on. And I have a very small presentation or gift from Iran three states of Iran, I want to hand over to father of the institute. My wife is giving that one. Please give it that gift to father of the institute. That is one special plant, saffron. And second thing, a special thing from Isfahan. That is the historical things. And third one, which is discussing lot of that, that is a herb. That is nothing, just she has brought from there, and he said hand over to President also. Please hand over. Doctor, please come over here. Thank you, you please. Please, because we have remembering only Indian, because I have been and I love India also, and I love my country, and this is remembering that, only all. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much, Professor M. Rezi, Department of Phytochemistry, Research Institute of Forests, and Ranglands, Iran. Now, we want to confer Award of Excellence 2023 to Dr. Muhammad Abdul Majid and Dr. Dilip Roy. Although both of them are now not in this auditorium, their award will be received by
Dr. Dilip Roy, the Award of Excellence recipient award. So I request Dr. Jahangir Alam, the Registrar cum Secretary in the Bangladesh Homeopathic Board in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Bangladesh. I also request Dr. Atahar Ali and to receive the award on behalf of Dr. Abdul Majid. And that is the end of the award ceremony session of Award of Excellence. So the invited speakers will be given the memento, and I invite all the speakers. Professor Dr. Vijay R. Anand, so please come on the dais. Professor Sanjeev Chattopadhyay, Dr. Lubna Kamal, Dr. Rahul D. Date, Dr. Takshashila Takshande, Dr. Kalaivani Vijay Chand, Dr. M. Jahangir Hossain from Bangladesh, Dr. Mohammad Altab Hussain, Bangladesh. Dr. Surjit Singh Makkar. Please come on the dais to receive the mementos as you are all the invited speakers. Dr. Surjit, please, on the dais. So thank you very much. I now invite, please off to the dais, all the invited speakers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all the invited speakers. You have given excellent speech. No. I now request Dr. Abdul Razak Talukdar, who has already given the honor from Sukul Institute. And I now request Dr. Farooq Ahmed Majumdar, the Secretary DMHS Doctors Association in Bangladesh. Dr. Majumdar, please to receive the special invitee memento, as you are the special guest. I also request Dr. Syed Saidur Rahman Kamal, the Vice President of Cash Bangladesh. I request Dr. G.P. Sarkar to please receive the special invitee memento. Dr. G.P. Sarkar is the Managing Director, Allen Laboratories. Sir, please be on the line. Another memento for Dr. G.P. Sarkar, please. Dr. G.P. Sarkar, another memento and Uttorio. He is the Chairman and Managing Director in the Allen Laboratories, Kolkata. As, as you can understand, this meeting is purely a scientific meeting. So all the works, scientific laboratory-based works have been given lecture. So thank you very much, Dr. G.P. Sharkar. Thank you for coming over here and giving us time. So we wish to end this Congress, Fifth World Congress, with a lecture from Dr. Kamal. Lubna Kamal is requested to present as a concluding lecture of the Fifth World Congress, and of course the concluding part of the Fifth World Congress. Please assist her with a laptop.
हाँ यही है माइक Hello. No, I would like this. Hello, thank you so much, Kolkata. And very lovely evening to the ones who are here now. So please start this. Please play this. Someone. Play to kar do. I've been working on chronic renal failure for last 20 years, me and my team. And we had 6 branches in North India. Just now we have 3 branches in Lucknow, in Delhi, and the third one in Nainital. So this is it. This is my topic. We received this award. I would like to share how we got this award. Me and my students from second year, we helped a lot of patients online during the COVID pandemic when there was no oxygen or hospital beds. So a lot of patients were helped by us, and we got this award from London Book of Records for the same. So I'll start straight away with my cases. This is, no, I'll just skip it. This is a COVID case, and the CT score was 22/25. It was very, very severe, but I'll quickly skip this. I gave Ignatia to this case, and she was managed completely at home, and she recovered very wonderfully. This is another COVID case, but I'm skipping this because of lack of time. I'll come straight to the renal failure part. I'll just skip this. So this was awarded to us by the Influencer Book of Records Malaysia for consulting the maximum number of patients of renal failure. So renal failure, when you diagnosed it as renal failure, once it is for more than 3 months, constantly. These are the symptoms of renal failure, but I would like to tell everyone that there might not be even a single symptom, because I have seen patients where the creatinine was 23, but the patient did not have even a single symptom. This is the incidence of end-stage renal disease in India. We have almost 260 patients of end-stage renal disease per million population, where only 6 of them get treatment, while the 254 are left to wait for death, and this is where homeopathy comes into play. This is the vicious circle in which the patient is trapped forever, and this is how homeopathy helps. These are the few of the improved cases of renal failure. This is a 22-year-old male. He was from Bihar, and his creatinine was very high, when he initially consulted. I'll quickly go through the symptoms. These are his symptoms. He had religious dreams, and he also had dream that he was unable to speak or shriek in dreams, and he was very spiritual, which is very rare for a 22-year-old boy. So these are his reports. The creatinine, initial creatinine was 13.7, and it came down to 2.74 in less than a year. This is the reportorial chart. This is how we analyze the case, and this is how we prescribe. So the medicine that was prescribed to him was arsenic sulflavum. And I would like to tell everyone that arsenic sulflavum is not just for vitiligo. It is a polycrest of highest order, and it is used for so many cases of fibroids, cancers, ovarian cysts, skin diseases, renal failure. I have used it for so many diseases. This is another case. He belonged to the royal family of Awadh, and he was a big foodie. He could not wait. I mean, he was diabetic, he was hypertensive, but he could not resist biryani, kebab, paratha, and everything he used to have, and that is how his kidneys failed. These were the symptoms which were taken for repertorization: dreams of unsuccessful efforts, dreams of future events. These were his reports. He was in gross septicemia when he initially consulted. His TLC was 38,000, and his SGPT also was very high because he had lot of antibiotics, which is why his liver was not working very well. Then after homeopathic treatment, his creatinine was 8.1, but without dialysis. So ever since he took treatment with us, the dialysis stopped. Even till today, it has stopped. The patient did not require it. The creatinine also came down, and this was the reportorial chart. I gave calcarea sulf based on his symptoms, which were a mix of like calcarea and sulfur. This was a patient who was a relative of a student of mine, and he just felt unconscious. And then he was admitted in KGMC Lucknow. And the doctors over there, they had asked the patient to be dialyzed. I'll just share his reports. These were a few of the symptoms that were told by his attendants, and that is how I prescribed. So his creatinine was 7.5, and it came down to 0.9. The patient is still very normal today. He was unconscious. He was even comatose for some time. But the patient is, and this was a live case I presented in Lucknow conference. It was an international conference in Lucknow. The patient was present over there. This is the reportorial chart, and he was prescribed Hypersulf. The only difference between sulfur and Hypersulf, what I take it as, the patient was very chilly. He was a cold sulfur patient. So that is why I gave Hypersulf, and the patient till today is continuing to be normal. This was another patient, a 72-year-old female. The most marked thing about the patient was that she craved junk food. She said that I love burgers. I want to eat burger. So on that basis, the medicine was prescribed. This was the initial report, 6.9, where the patient was told to go for dialysis. It then, in 2 months, it came to 5.1. This is the etiology was UTI in her case. She had repeated episodes of urinary tract infection. The pus cells were really very high, 80 to 100, and then it came to 10 to 29. These are the latest reports of February. It is still reducing. The patient is much better, and she did not require dialysis even once. By the way, UTI also got controlled. She did not require any kind of antibiotics. This is the repertorial chart, and we gave sulfur. Sulfur has great craving for junk food. On that basis, sulfur was prescribed. This was another patient. He was undergoing dialysis. He was from Rajasthan, and he was undergoing dialysis twice a week. These are his symptoms. I won't go into much of details, But he was like very dictatorial, very dominating, very obstinate, and he had great craving for sweets despite being diabetic. These are his reports, the ultrasound report. This is the blood report. His HbA1c is 10.2, which is very high. Despite taking medicines, because he would not listen to anyone and he kept on eating sweets. This is the follow-up report without dialysis. His dialysis also has been stopped. It's nearly a year, and he continues to be normal. The creatinine is reducing. It is not normal, but yes, it is reducing. These are the symptoms taken for repertorization, and lycopodium was given based on totality. He was a typical lycopodium patient. This is a 32-year-old male from Bihar. Again, and he was admitted in SGPGI and he was just going to be dialyzed. His symptoms, the most important symptom in his case was hatred and revenge. There was a great feeling of hatred and revenge. These are his reports. Creatinine was initially 11.5. It came down to 0.91 in 1 year. This is the ultrasound report. This is the patient. He was present live at the Begusarai conference in last year. And this is the current report, which is still the creatinine is normal. Yeah, I'm just trying to finish it. So Natramur, based on his totality, Natramur was prescribed. I think I'll just skip all of this. There are so many cases, but I'll skip it. I'll come straight. These are the cases where the creatinine, this was a randomized single-blind study, and 1,121 patients diagnosed patients of renal failure was taken up for this study. Out of them, 783 were available with proper follow-up, and in them, 80% of the patients showed improvement. This is the etiology. These are the percentage of the polycrest, the constitutional medicines which was prescribed. Natramur topped. These are the other medicines that were found useful during the course of the treatment. So we conclude that homeopathic medicines do improve the quality of life of the patient, and they slowed the progression of the disease. This is how the diet in renal failure is supposed to be managed. The stem cells actually play a vital role in this regeneration of nephrons. I won't go into much details. This is a book where me and my team are writing on renal failure. It is being published with BGen, and it soon would be available. This is another book we are publishing on mentorship in homeopathy. And this is about money making in homeopathy. It is the third book we are writing. It is also in press. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. Now we are at the last point of the valedictory session. The music, please. Cadet, get ready yourself. Music, please. with this concluding part, we are happy to announce the end part or end session of the 5th World Congress of Homeopathic and Traditional Medicine, Zero Molecule to Macromolecules. We are thankful to all of you who today are spent with us with this auspicious occasion, the 5th World Congress on Homeopathic and Traditional Medicine. On behalf of Sukul Institute of Homeopathic Research, we are thankful to all of you, the participants, the technical staffs, the HHI management, each and everybody cooperated us for this particular session, today's session. Thank you very much once again.
ন্যাশনাল অ্যান্থেম ন্যাশনাল অ্যান্থেম প্লে করো। আপনি অ্যানাউন্স করে দিন না, সব দাঁড়াবে তাকে।
Hello. One thing, please. We are concluding our closing ceremony with the national anthem of India. Please switch on the music of national anthem. Please switch on. You are please requested to come on the middle part of the auditorium. Thank you very much.